puzzle review of a Bits and Pieces 500 piece puzzle, Kitchen Memories. I like this picture. I like the content of this quite a bit. It did not come with a poster, which kind of made looking at the box a little inconvenient, but not too bad. There were a few parts of this puzzle that for whatever reason gave me some trouble. Mostly the edge pieces. I really don't like bits and pieces. You get pieces like that where you're like, is it an edge piece? I don't know. You know, just a little tiny bit that's an edge. So for their shapes, sometimes the weird shapes are helpful. Other times it's just like, no. The only problem I have with this whole picture is right there. The eggs on the edge of the table. If anybody's baked and ever sat down an egg on a flat surface and then watched it roll off onto the floor, you know what I'm talking about. For some reason, theirs aren't going anywhere. They're lucky, but yeah, that that bothered me. The girl's dress was pretty easy because there was really nothing else this exact shade. Her dress was quite similar to this boy's sweater, but his was red, whereas hers was more of like a maroon color. So that was pretty easy to differentiate. Tablecloth just being that little bit there, and then with all of the things on the table, it was kind of easy to figure out where all the pieces went in relation to one another because there was so much on the table to do that with. I think I had the most trouble with like the door here. For some reason, the pieces just weren't fitting together right, so I had a lot of trouble with that. The lamp was pretty easy. The outdoor right here, that was actually pretty easy. The edge of the door frame, not quite as easy. This tile was probably the easiest part just because there was so little of it, and really there was only one thing it could connect to, either the stove or a shelf or something. So that did come together quite quickly. The handles also gave me some trouble until I started getting more pieces down for that. I don't know why. Everything else was pretty okay. I might keep it to do one more time. I'm not 100% certain. I think it'll go in my for now pile just in case, but possibly do it again at least one more time. Again, the bits and pieces puzzles, they're okay, but just the whole shape of them, trying to sort out the edge pieces is sometimes just a pain because you get pieces that have, like this one in particular, that has a straight edge and you're looking at it going, okay, is it an edge piece? And you gotta look at the picture and you're like, well, no, there's no yellow on the edges kind of thing. So just, that's probably the biggest issue, is you really have to look at the picture while you're sorting. But other than that, it was a fun puzzle. I did like the content. Warm, happy kitchen memories, baking a cake with mom. So it was nice. It was fun. Hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe.